Okay, so let's see the practical app you are going to develop at the end of these lessons. So this is the source code you will be developing, and once you run it, you will see a web application, and this is a survey system you are going to develop, a real world survey system, and this is a complete project where the admin can log in, can register if they want, or they can log in using their previous credentials. Likewise, and sign in, and then admin will be taken to the admin dashboard, which has lots of options such as to define the questions. These are all coming from the database dynamically, and you will learn how to add, edit, delete the data and populate the data dynamically likewise, and define the questions so the data will appear dynamically. And then you will learn how to create settings pages and save the data to the database once again, and see who are the respondents who has taken this survey, and with the log information. You will learn how to create sophisticated search dashboards, and you will learn about how to filter data and search, where admin can find information about different users who has taken the survey. So and then if I log out, and then a normal user, if a normal user comes to the home page, a normal user can start taking the survey. A user can register if needed, or if not, a user can take it anonymously. User will be able to take this anonymously. Let's say if this is test2 user, so test2 at, so, and if user says no, I don't want to register, and if user says next, then the survey will start anonymously, and all the data is coming from the database. So you learn about connecting to a remote database, which is not in this computer, it's on a remote server. So you will learn how to do that, and then you will learn how to take the survey questions, and there will be multiple survey questions. So I will just fast forward this. So I fast forwarded the questions, I just click next and answered them. And final question is, what is the state? So if the user says okay, this is the state, and click next, and these are the questions I answered. So and then the user or the respondent can review them and submit the answers. So then the data will go into the remote database. So you will learn about how to save it, and click next, and then it takes the user or the respondent back to the home page. So this is the app you will be developing at the end of these lessons. And the specialty of this app is it's a data driven app, and it's completely dynamic, and all the data is coming from the database, and there is admin dashboard, a sophisticated admin dashboard, and a separate user sessions. You will learn the complete source code from the scratch to develop this. So let's go and develop this application now. Let's start doing it now. Hi everyone, welcome to ASP.NET Complete Project Service System Part 6 homepage. So this is the continuation of a complete project. So make sure to have a look at the previous lessons, and now we are doing the home page of this system. We'll be using these tools for this lecture, and make sure to look at the prerequisites before you do this lecture. So in this session we are creating the master page for the website. Also we are going to create the home page for the project. As usual, it's going to be practical demonstration. So let's go and do the practical demonstration now. So this is the project from the previous part. So have a look at the previous lesson before you do this, for you to get this project. So in that we created a utility class called dbutil, and also we configured to the remote MS SQL database. So now let's update this, continue this project by adding a master page. So what you do to add a master page is you right click on the project, and you will say add new item, and then look at this list, and maybe you can click on the search over here and type master, and then you will get these options, right? So from this you will select web so you want to create a master page, right? So you select web forms master page, right? This one, not the other two. So select this one, and the default name will be site1.master. You will click add. So once you click the add button, the master page will get created, right? And you will see it as site1.master. And if you are not sure about what is a master page, please look at the previous lessons before this project in this series for you to understand what is a master page. But very briefly, a master page is like a template for the whole website. For example, in this website, I want to have, let's say, a contact us information at the bottom of every page and the copyright notice. So that is what I do in the master page, and then you can dynamically update these sections called content placeholders. So this content placeholder will be the individual page. So each individual page will come inside this content placeholder. So if I got 10 pages in this website, each page will be written inside this. You will see it in a while. Additionally, the copyright notice and things I will put below this over here. So if I put the copyright notice here, let's say if I say all rights reserved, for example, then what happens is in every page, after displaying the content, it will display whatever you put here. So that is the concept of, that is why you use a master page. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create that common, let's say the bottom bar which will be displayed on every page. So let's do it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm in the source of the master page. I'm going to click the design over here at the bottom, and then I'm taken into this, right? So let's define the bottom bar with the copyright notice now. Okay, so let's say I want to put a image, right? To start with, I want to put an image. So let's go over here before this message. So I will make click over here and press the enter key and make some space, and then if I will go to the the toolbox, and then from this I will select image. So I double click and added a image. Now I need an image, so to add an image into the project, in the right hand side in the Solution Explorer, I'm right clicking and I'm telling add a new folder. Then I'm going to call this folder as images, right? Images. And then I'm going to copy an image into this. So let's copy an image into this now. So the easiest thing to copy the image into this folder is right click on this folder images and say open folder in File Explorer. When you click that option, it will open this, so that this is exactly where that folder is. So I just have to copy the image into this. So now I'm going to copy a image into this. Okay, so I have just copied the image. Now the next thing is I have to right click on the images and say add existing item, and then it will take me to the images folder, and just click this image and click add. And now what you can do is you can click on the image what you created earlier, and then go to the image URL from the property palette, and then click on images and select this and click on edit. So it will load the image, but size is too much, so I'm going to reduce the size. So on the property palette, I will go to the width and let's say 200 pixels. So now I got the image. So now let's add some text below this. So let's add some text below this image. So let's sorry, I just double clicked it, so let me click on the site master once again, and over here let's type copyright reserved, right? Just type something, right? So this is like the common area which is going to come in at the bottom of every page. Now when you click on the source button, we were in the design, so if I click the source button, I prefer to have this section inside a div tag, so as a logical division. So I'm going to put a div tag
covering what this new content. So I created a div section and I gave the ID as footer content because I prefer it's a footer of every page, and then I'm going to cut what I wrote earlier and put it here. So now this image and the copyright notice is in a div tag, which is a logical division, like a logical area, and I have given ID called footer content. So now let's add a few more stuff into this footer content div tag. Let's click on the design and let's take us. So we were here, just highlight after. So what I did is just make sure highlight the div tag and just then click on the design. Okay, and then also go back to the source and keep your cursor in the div just over here and click on the design. Right now, what I would like to do is I would like to let's say put a color right into this footer area, right, and do few things like that. Also, let's go to the source once again, and now this content placeholder is the page area for every page. So I'm going to give a ID for this area. So let's call this area this div as the main content, and also we will call this as also main. We'll give the name as main content. So let's call this as main content. So this is the main content of every page. Now to experiment this master page, what I can do is I can create my first content page, or the one to put over here. So I'm going to create the home page now, because what we created is the master page. Now I'm going to click here, right click, add new item. So this time I'm typing, let's say master, but earlier I clicked the web form master, but this time I'm telling a web form with master page. So that means I want ASP page, web form with master page, and then as the name I'm going to call it as the home page or the home. So this is going to be the home page of the web application. So I'm going to click add web form with master page. Then it's asking me to select what is the master page, because the site can have multiple master pages. We will have another master page in a while for the admin. Now this what I'm creating is the normal user pages. So for that I will have site one master. Then for admin I will have another master page for the admin pages. So I will select site one master for this home page. When I click OK, it will create the home page as you can see over here. And if you look at the content of the home page, you can see line number 1 that the home page is referring to the master page, site 1 master, right? And then inside this you will have that content placeholders. You will have content elements referring to the placeholder head and main content. So what is head and main content? Those placeholders, the content placeholders are defined in the master page site1.master. So if I take you back to the site1 master, you can see the main content is there, that is in the body. Also in the head area you have another content placeholder in line number 8 called head. So line number 8 content placeholder head, line number 14 content placeholder main content. So when you create, now this is the master page. Now when you create a content page, ASP page referring to this master page, that ASP page will have two content areas, one for head and one for main content. That is what has happened here. So if you look at your ASP page, you will have the head content, content referring to the head content placeholder, and another content area referring to the main content. So this is where you create your, if that is the master page, and if you want you can call this as the child page, so or whatever the name you like. So in this child page, which is referring to that master, if you type something here, let's see, if I say hello, that will appear in the main content. And when you run this web home page, what will happen is this home page will load, with the combining with the content of the master. And when it combine it with the master, what the hello message will go into that main content placeholder in the master page. So that means that hello message will come over here inside this, and the hello message will come here automatically, and this will also appear because your home page is referring to that master page. So if I run this now, the hello with the hello message, if I run this home page, you will see your home page will load as, so it's working. So that hello message is there. Also that footer content is there coming from the master page. So this is hello message comes from the home page. Then this image and the copyright reserved comes from the master page footer content. So this is how you combine a master page into your page. And if I create another page, that's what I'm going to do in this, we are going to do in this project, then that page also will have the same footer area. That is the beauty of having the master page. So now let's improve both of these pages, the home page and the master page. So I'm going to the master page now to improve, add more content into that. I'm going to the design and copyright reserved, and below that, let's say I'm going to put this, right? I just click the enter message. So if I look at the source code, you will see it will automatically create a hyperlink because it's a website URL. So it automatically created the hyperlink for that. And let's add little more into this. So let's add some extra information like contact us, and then let's put some decoration. Let's bold this. Let's say once again, if I just go into this, let's let's put some bold, right? Just decorating it, right? So this is the master page. And one final thing I want to do to the master page is to give a color to this div tag. So if it's white color at the moment. So if I go to the source and if I click on the footer div and if I come to the design, it's selected. So now I can give a background color. So I can select a suitable background color from here. So let's select one of the colors, right? And let's click OK. So then if you click our area, so you can see now the footer is coming in this selected color. So that is what I want for the master page. So now if I run this, so if you run the home page, now you can see the footer comes in this given color, and hello is what is coming from the home page. And let's do one more thing, because when you got multiple pages, if you run this website, if you want the home page to run each time you run this project, right, you can make it as the starting page. Because when you got multiple pages, if you have this option set as start page, it will always run this page. So it's easy for you. So make sure to right click on the home page, home, and say set as start page. So the advantage is wherever you are, even if you are in the master page, if you click run, it will always run the home page, right? So that is the advantage. So every time the site runs, it runs the home page. So now let's go and improve the home page. So we did a practical demonstration up to this point, and the conclusion is you learn about adding a master page and you learn about creating the home page of the website, but we are going to complete the home page in the next part. References we'll be using for this lecture are these docs. So make sure to look at the next part to complete this project. It's a complete project. So we are very excited to take you throughout this entire project and do this complete project, and for you to learn exactly like how real world developers do things. So look at our next part in order to complete this project and also to improve the home page and add all the other features. So we are very excited to see you in our next lesson. See you all in the next lesson.